I had a very hard time, Judy, getting this thing started today. It would not start.
Oh,
But I hope it works.
You want to open the meeting?
oh, go ahead, whoever was gonna run it.
Cindy's on. Cindy on? Oh, Cindy there, she's gonna record? She's gonna do minutes?
I'm doing it. I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. All right, we'll open the meeting at, what time is it?
6.
6 o'clock, right on the button. Hammond Conservation Commission on Wednesday, the, what's that,
15.
15th, Wednesday the 15th. I didn't know I was running it, Judy. I thought you were going.
Either way's fine.
Where's our? There we go.
All right, the first thing on the agenda,
Call order, review minutes. Do we have, we don't have any minutes, huh?
no, is Cindy on?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but she didn't give you any.
no.
All right, no minutes. Then the document,
I got it right here. We have a, I know Andrew's familiar with this person. I don't know who else might have been on the commission at the time. Mr. Trilakis. Yeah, on Ridge Road, at Glendale Estates. And he is lot 5. He's across from where we were there a couple of years ago and Bedrock, I think it was one.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, anyway, he wants to, dig up his driveway. And, he wants to repave it and then add an 18 by 20 foot parking lot at the end of his driveway. And it's on, grass, but, there's a lot of wetlands in that area. So he filed a request for determination, and he filed it too late for this meeting. March 1st is the quickest one that we could get, and that's over his 21 days. So we had to do an agreement for an extension. I already spoke to him and he's fine with that. Judy signed it, electronically. So I'm just going to, send it around and, you guys can send that and then I'll send it to him tomorrow. He can send it and then send me back a copy.
So this is just the extent.
This is just for the extension. We don't have to discuss his, well, we really can't because we haven't opened the meeting on that.
You need to agree to the continuation, though. You need to all agree to the continuation.
Right, right.
So I'll make a motion to send the continuation till what's our next meeting?
March 1st,
March 1st.
Mr. Fincherlakis.
French relaxes.
All in favor?
This is on the corner of Glendale Road.
Yeah, as you're going up and he's on the left.
That's Glendale over there. And Ridge. We've been to this property.
That's
the other
the
side.
one I'm thinking about, is one of the other side.
Oh, no, we've been here when he was doing something on his pool.
So, yeah, maybe, yeah. But I haven't.
Yeah, he filed a determination for his pool.
Are we gonna do a site inspection?
Well, that would be up to you guys to decide if you want to do one or not. I didn't know how many of you had been to his property.
No, I've never been on this.
I've been, but it's been a while and we weren't looking at what he was gonna, what he's doing, so. I'm assuming, Judy, we should have a site inspection.
If there's anybody who hasn't been up there 15 times, probably so.
Yeah.
I mean, Bonnie and I have both been up there so often, we could probably draw the whole thing.
I'd probably go with you just because I'd want to see it. I was there once, maybe.
Before March 1st or after?
Well, yeah, it should be before we,
We'll have to go off beforehand.
Before March 1st.
right.
Yeah, you can set it up. I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Any afternoon is fine.
Okay,
It's 4 o'clock worked out well.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's still a little bit dark. You have to do back to back, but we had enough light to do the 4 o'clock today.
now you guys are, you can't,
probably won't be right now.
No.
no.
Okay,
I mean, if I remember correctly, that driveway, everything's all right there from the road.
right. Yeah, I think you've been there,
Drive by and see it, yeah.
right?
There's a marsh in the back and there's a stream down the right-hand edge as you face the house.
Yeah, and that's where his driveway is, right? Isn't it right next?
That's right. That's right.
So his driveway's on Glendale,
No,
That's great.
on Ridge.
but the stream is on.
Well, no.
No, there's
another-
two streams.
There's another tiny little,
Yeah, I can't see them.
trickle thing. It's, I think it's more of a storm drain feed than a stream, if I remember right. You know, it's been 3 or 4 years since it's been,
There's a pool, did you do it? I don't like the pool.
yeah, I think, was that what we were there for, a pool, didn't he have to?
He filed a request for determination for the pool.
Pool, oh,
That house was owned by Russ Cable before. I don't know if you know him, Frank Galakis. All right, well, the next thing on the agenda, and this is the only next real thing we have to do. On February 3rd, 2023, there's an amendment that was added to the Mount Vision Entrance Enhancement Plan, RDA, that was originally approved June 22nd, 2022. It's a determination, and we issued the determination on August 31st, 2022. This amendment is to describe minor specification changes to the plan of February, revised in April for the Mount Vision Entrance Enhancement Project at North Road, described in the RDA, June 22nd, 2022, with a negative determination with conditions that was again issued August 31st. The particular type of pipe specified in the plan, 15-inch asphalt coated corrugated pipe, ACCP, to be used to elevate and bridge the drainage ditch at the entrance to the trail, is not made anymore. Gary Weiner, professional engineer who drew the original plans, suggested a different pipe and the new pipe material. 15 feet of ADSN 12, 15-inch diameter, has been approved by Mark Langone, Highway Superintendent. The pipe was to be bedded in the washed stone and topped with 6 inches of cover to provide a smooth access to the trail without impeding drainage. The new plan includes extra effort offered by the contractor to add 2 to 3 steps using existing stone in the area and to use similar stone to stabilize the washed stone and piped edges. Gary Weiner agreed with these enhancements. So what we're here to do tonight is to just vote in favor of the amendment, since that particular type of pipe isn't made anymore. But somebody needs to make a motion.
And the motion to accept the amendment as read.
Second? You gonna second? Second.
He did.
I did.
Oh, all right,
all in favor?
Aye.
okay,
So I drove by there today and it's done. So
okay.
I'm sending pictures right now. It's done.
I just got a note from him a minute ago that it's finished.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I drove by and I saw it. It is finished. I just sent you pictures.
Did you like it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no more dump stepping down in that gully. Walk right across and then up.
Excellent.
Yep, looks real good. Stone steps.
We're gonna, we have it on here, we're gonna talk about correspondence of 88. Scanton,
With who?
88 Scanton, under correspondence.
Oh, I just had that.
Right, we're
Oh.
gonna talk about it.
Yeah, as long as you're all here, there's a fellow, Mr. Tosa, that lives at 88 Scantic Road. And he called almost every department at the town hall last week because his neighbor has created a very wide path on Mr. Tosa's property. And Mr. Tosa was concerned because the Scantic River is right there. And there's wetlands also, and the wide path was right along there. Plus, the guy was trespassing. Scott Trombley went and met Mr. Tosa on the property. And as far as legal concerns, Scott felt that it was a civil issue because the neighbor wasn't just trespassing on Mr. Tosa's property, but actually created a small dirt road going right across the back of it. And Ted and Tom were there today, and they met with Mr. Tosa, so you guys can.
I sent pictures, and I think Tom's got pictures to send. I'm doing that too. They used some kind of vehicle, looks like maybe a tracked vehicle of some sort. I don't know all the new tractors now, but it was some kind of tracking. Small bulldozer, something. Or bobcat or backhoe, something, to work the path. This is not just using a weed whacker. He's used some kind of equipment. And at one point, the path is definitely within 38 feet of water. Now, that is not, mean high watermark or any of that. That is where I actually had water. So you can probably back up from that. So if it isn't within the 25 foot, it's darn close. Yeah. And another place where I didn't take a picture, but Tom did, they've actually taken scrap pavers and bricks and put them in the pathway where it was muddy to act as a path support. So there's at least 2 places, if not 3 places, either on the Scantic or around the wetland where there's a lot of debris. Now, a lot of it is old, but with, just over winter, it's hard to tell what's new, but someone's doing a lot of dumping of wood cut debris there, brush and stuff too. So.
Yeah, it is all just vegetation that's dumped, though. It's not trash, other than that.
There was
A
a
couple
few,
other tractors and stuff over the fence, but.
yeah. It's basically a civil thing between him and the neighbor. But the problem is, since the neighbor did it on his property, if we go ahead and do something, it's gonna be against the poor guy that didn't do it, because his neighbor did it, but.
It's on his property.
But we'll have
We
to,
made it.
I assume we have to make this a formal part of our meeting for next meeting, Judy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing to do. And we'll have to talk to Thomas in the meanwhile and get his advice about which things to do first. I mean, it's clearly a violation of the riverfront rules, but what to do when somebody else does it on your property, we'll have to get some advice on.
Is this Freiberg's old property?
What?
I didn't catch
It's
it
the one that just changed hands last year when we made a
2 years ago now.
certificate of compliance for it. Had all those chips dumped in the front.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, that's the one. Yep.
Yeah, it's that property.
It's a
Raised
raised
ranch.
ranch, and they
Yep, with the
cleared
big
off
bucket.
the whole
barn.
front of it.
yeah. The property, it goes back and then takes a right-hand dog leg and back
Mhm.
3 other houses.
Okay.
And one of those other houses has 2 pieces of property that are split by another house. So that person number 2 has crossed into person 1's property to go over to his other piece of property.
Which is not on Scantic Road, it's on.
So I guess the question I got is, obviously we have this one property that. Does the other property anywhere near the Scantic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can send out a violation notice to both properties.
Well, we don't know because we can't go on the other property.
Yeah, but when you walk down.
No, we stayed on
We-
the complainant's property
Yes, you
the
stay
whole
on, so
time.
when you stay on the complainant's property, you
Mhm.
walk right to the property line.
It's another neighbor, not the violator's property.
He's going through
It's another
two,
one.
he's trespassing on two
Properties.
properties.
Properties to
Yes.
finally get to his.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So we can't see his father's property. We can't see it. His
But I guess-
principal property, he's legal.
he's legal on
The violator, well, I mean,
No, I mean, for our jurisdiction.
yes, for our jurisdiction.
Some of the property that the other one was driving through. Not the third, not the one.
We don't know.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
but when you, I'm just saying is when you walk, person that led you there, you walk the property, you were right on the property line. What are they,
This is the GIS map. This is their property. This is the violator's property. He went from his onto theirs, across this sliver of that one to get to his other one over here.
what is this mark here?
That's the wetland.
So he violated going to the
He
wetland
didn't
on
go
that,
into it over here, but he's on this edge of it, but he's close to it.
but we have a town buffer.
Yeah,
And we also have the DEP buffer.
right, so he is
We
in
can send a
violation.
violation letter to that property. And obviously, the other guy that has the issues, he'd have to get a violation letter too, which would help him in his civil piece. Other than that, it looks like we've done nothing. We
Yeah.
should send a violation out to both those two properties.
Well, I don't know if we can send it out to the guy that did the work.
No, I'm not saying that one, I'm saying the you drove over two properties to get there,
Yeah,
not his property.
but we
Oh,
can't
oh,
see, we can't see the other,
I see what
we
you're
only can assume by what the,
See,
He's saying so that the other person that the violator did it to.
yes,
The
but
two-
we don't,
the
we
two-
can't see that.
but
We
the
don't.
two
Well,
Right.
I walked right up to it.
the two properties he drove
Well, all
over,
right.
that it's a violation of.
And if you look
Yeah.
at the map,
Then
it's
those
right there too.
Okay,
It's only
Those
a
two-
sliver.
People.
Yes.
Yes.
well, I understand
I
what you're
know we
saying,
can't send it to the guy that's actually doing it.
No.
We send it to the two properties
Right,
that it's
right,
being
right.
done to.
but that,
Yeah.
that third person, since we only could see it, we couldn't take any measurements, I don't know if
I'm
they,
not even worried about the third person. That, like you said, that's a civil piece. The issue that we have is the two properties that are directly there have clearing through it. Now, whether it's done by the
Yeah,
third
yeah.
person or not, we still have to
Third
act
person
on
is
that
the
clearing.
violator.
yeah,
What you said.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
now, if those two people want to use that to go after
Right.
that third person,
Right.
that's fine, but at
Yeah.
least we did documentation, which now goes up to the legal
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
What
That's been
what
done.
I'm saying is on the second person that we can go on, without taking the measurements, I don't know if they're really in violation. What I'm saying.
Well, that's the Scantic River, the first 100 feet.
Yeah, but see, we're curving away,
What,
so without measuring, I don't
what's the
know,
wetland, what's the wetland?
well,
You're within 100 feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
are we within 100 feet still at that point? I don't know.
From the
I'm not
wetland.
sure. We didn't go down to the river,
But,
but
but
you
if
can
the
see it
But if
here.
the DEP flew over with a helicopter, first thing they're
Yeah.
gonna do is tell us to send out a violation letter.
Yeah,
So
And
you
that's what
can
you're gonna do, and they have to come in and.
kind of see it
justify
here.
Can you see it? Are
See
they-
this green line? That's the edge of the
Yeah,
marshland that we were looking at
Yeah.
with the water in it.
yeah,
But this one with the point,
Yeah.
that's the other person.
okay,
This is the violator, 27.
Yeah.
And this is 88's property.
right. So his, where cut is in through here, so
Yeah,
up in here, so he
Right.
has to be, okay.
yeah.
So Bonnie,
Yeah.
do you think you and I can work up a couple of notices of violation for the next meeting? Would that
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense?
yeah. That's not for
Okay.
a couple of weeks.
This, the TOSA, whatever,
Yeah.
he has a map of the path and everything on one of these maps.
Yeah, and I'm
He
sure that
shows.
in one of the maps, we could pull it up
Yeah, but he has a diagram with that.
with a,
With the
road
path on it, yeah.
on it.
So you could ask him for a copy or
Yeah.
something.
well, I'm gonna call Mark Stinson in the morning anyway and tell him what's going on, because Mark, I don't know, he pulls these maps out of somewhere that,
Yeah,
you know, like when he got Carabetta for all that.
Because no matter what, that property, he's gonna have to get
This is the violator.
within legal,
27, right?
and wait on it, we're the ones that aren't. Now, I know it's stuck that it's happening to him, but we can't wait on it ourselves either. because
That's the river.
Yeah.
That's happening,
The edge of the swamp.
at least when he has his lawyer, or his piece,
Really close.
use it, pass it off as an issue as well.
We don't know that for certain.
We don't
but I
have a
would-
violation.
I would assume so.
We just say anything's happening.
Closest point we got to this is 38 feet.
You're absolutely right, though, that,
The road
if we're gonna pursue this, we have to
to the water
do both of them.
here. But that looks like.
It'll get their attention.
We're in it.
That's the whole piece.
Yeah.
You try to get the attention here to come in
Yeah.
and resolve this issue.
Right.
Chapin? The connect, that's again, that's on here as,
Did I put on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, that while you're out there,
just, I'm trying to make this quick.
Oh.
On, Chapin Road, Hobie came to see me the other day. And at the very, very end of Chapin, on the right,